welcome back. Been a little bit since I made a video, a couple days. Done some stuff around the shop. Haven't really made any new machines or anything. I have built a couple of things. Real quick, we'll check on the quarry, and then I'll show you the. I got this whim to build a Frankenstein type castle. I'll show that to you, or the beginnings of it. I'll even explain that thing in a minute. That's a world anchor. But quarry's done. If you look, you can see. I have to figure out how to get that water out so I can start the building now. Remove the quarry. Figure out where I'm going to put the next underground one. Oh, there's my my little Frankenstein's castle. I'm not liking the way the glass domes render in this particular pack, so I'm going to see if I can't fix that with some, cut some panels and stuff and replace the glass with panels. But yeah, that's my little attempt at a kind of a steampunky Frankenstein's type castle, and it'll get more done to it. Expanded the rubber tree farm just a tad, literally just a tad. Got some more pumps going. I set this up. I put, really, Mr. Creeper? Not Creeper, Mr. Enderman. Come on, where you at? Play with me? I guess he doesn't want to play in my own basement. Quarry's given us some really good resources, so I went ahead and over-engineered this to the extreme. I've got a red power engine underneath one of these tanks, and I misquoted earlier that I said that these were 3 high or 4 high. These are only 3 high. But what I got going now is on the back of here I've got a bunch of iron that only lets it waterproof iron pipes that only let it flow this direction towards the generators. Now, normally when I have a resource, it teleports to this pipe. The pumps that are in the lava pools teleport to this pipe, which fills the generators first. If the generators are full, it then sends it up this pipe to the tanks. Okay. Now, if the tanks, or if I run out of lava or can't find a resource and I need the lava, I can flip these switches and it starts pumping the lava out of these tanks. Now, they can only go out. Now, the thing about that is if the generators are full, it sends it back into the system and refills the tanks. So, little loop there for that purpose. This is the power transfer. I rearranged this stuff a little bit, try to get it more efficient. Don't know if I succeed or not, but we'll see. Finish the roof down here. Replace the gravel all up here with wood, just so that if I have to move engineer stuff, I don't have to deal with the gravel falling all the time. And I think it looks pretty good. I could be wrong, but I think this looks pretty good. But oh, today's project. What I'm working on, the reason I made a video is because I want to add solar panels. Generators are working really nice, but I've really depleted quite a bit of lava around here. So I'm going to try to get it to be a steady flow of energy. I don't like the slowness of the wind and the slowness of the water mills. I could make a really efficient water mill producer, but it takes red powder pneumatic pipes, and for some reason on our little server, we're not figured out if that's it, but it always seems to lag whenever we have a huge thing of red power pipes going. I don't know if it's what it is. We will use some, and there are some running on this server, but we have a tendency to go overboard on our machines. So in fact, I may eventually show you one of those monsters. But today I'm going to make some solar panels and some solar arrays. I'm also going to make a world anchor just to show you guys how. And what a world anchor does, this is going to be actually for the future when I go pump that oil, because I found some really neat oil and I've never messed with oil a whole lot, but so I thought I'd try. But anyway, a world anchor makes it where the chunk it's on, and the chunk is a 16 by 16 square, and I think a world anchor actually loads 3 square chunks, so 9 chunks stay loaded when you're not there. So if I have, like I have that one on the quarry, I have the one on the quarry, so when I go off looking for oil or something and I'm not in the area, it continues to load. I also have one buried underneath the workshop. so all the machines keep running and all the metals and stuff keep getting processed while I'm not here. If you log off the server and the server is still running, if you're on a server, it'll keep those chunks loaded. Now those are usually on servers you have to have permission, special permission to have them. I happen to have that permission since there's only like 5 or 7 slots in the server and we only have 4 of them filled, so only 4 people ever get on here at one time right now, 4 or 5. But anyway, we got a lot of good materials. I've used up quite a bit of the crystals already, but you see we got quite a bit of iron and stuff, and I just used a boatload of iron, so I'm getting ready to use it. Crystals, all doing really good. Alright, to the project. The reason I'm going to do solar panels is because it gives you, during the daylight hours, it gives you a good, they're real cheap energy and they don't require any other resources. They are kind of complicated to make, and then you have to make arrays also, but the basic solar panel, which doesn't produce much power by itself, but can be put on a low voltage line. So if you build just these, you can put them on 10 cables. So you can put quite a bit. Glass cables let you do quite a bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and build like 32 of these, so I can go ahead and build some low voltage solar arrays. But for now, let's go. Requires 2 electronic circuits, and you guys know I've showed you how to make electronic circuits, and a generator piece. So on that aspect of it, they're really labor or resource intensive. A couple of redstone, or each item requires 2 redstone, and etc. Coal dust. You get coal dust by maciating coal. With my rig, if you've used something similar, make sure you turn off your outfeed to your furnace box, so when your coal feeds into the box, it doesn't feed into the furnace, because I don't think anything happens when that happens, but it can clog your system. By the way, if you ever feed coal into the system, you'll get creosote oil. We'll cover that later when we get into when we get into the trains, the railcraft. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just mass produce 32 of these bad puppies. I just left a bunch of resources up here. Now, in order to make them into arrays, you got to have low voltage transformers, 1 per 8, because a solar array, pull up the solar, there's the helmet I was talking about. I'll make one of those eventually, but a low voltage solar array takes 8 solar panels. Now the trick on these is I think that you actually get a higher output than 8 individual panels than you would. One low voltage solar array actually produces more power. Now I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I forgot to start my timer again, but oh well. Alright, to produce the low voltage transformers, it's just wood in the corners, insulated copper cable top and bottom, and then copper along the middle line. Now I got 32 of these, so I'm going to make 4, was that 8 and 8, 16, so yeah, 4 panels, or solar arrays, so I need 4 of these. Pull these out, I'll just go to the empty bench to do these. And they're pretty simple to make. It's just the solar panels all the way around. Now and then the LV transform in the middle. And voila, I have 4 solar arrays. Now I've had my goal before to make high voltage solar arrays, but to give you an idea of how much that takes, a high voltage solar array produces huge. It produces like 512 per tick, and a tick is 1/20th of a second. So 512 per tick, but you have to have 8 medium voltage arrays, which each have 8 low voltage solar arrays, which each have 8 panels. So it's like I forget, 560 or something like that low voltage, and you saw just what the kind of resources it took to make a low voltage. So if you're not using relays and dark matter, or anyway, if you're not creating matter from nothing, then you can't. It's labor intensive, and they're more than tap items. Don't mistake the low voltage, the solar panel, industrial craft solar panel, with redstone and solar panel. They're 2 different things. This panel it's not too hard to make. The dope wafers and stuff, we'll get into those because I'll need them before long. That's one thing you use Nikolai for, by the way, is a lot of the blue electric. They're blue electric, so and they produce blue electricity, which is not EUs. So you won't be able to use them with the rays. So don't make a whole bunch of those thinking you got, oh, these are cheap, easy to make, and then turn around and not be able to use them. All right. Oh, good grief. Can't get out of this thing. Now, grab some glass fiber cable. And what I will do is I'm going to replace this glass fiber to the roof. And then just connect, because I think that the even the low voltage or the low voltage solar panels will cook. I got enough charge in my jet. I was just checking my jetpack charge. And these are my fair open doors. All right, so need to. I got 4 of these. I'm pretty sure that the you can see that it shows you got voltage, and you can charge stuff in these if you just put it straight in. It's not going to be fast, and the disadvantage is they only work during the day, but the advantage is they produce quite a bit of power for package, and when you get, like say when you get to 8, you just make the upgrades, and as you can see you can do the outputs off the bottom as well. Toda. Now that should be cranking it out pretty good. It's gonna be hard to tell how much it's cranking out because the generators are full bore, but then there's no load on the generators right now, so everything should actually be full. What is draw? Oh, I'm running the maciator and the. You see, we're going up now. At a pretty steady clip, actually. That's pretty good. So. Actually, if we disconnect this, the only power supply going to that is the solar panels. Oh, and I've got a negative result. So apparently I didn't produce even with just the 3, I'm still not producing as much power as I'm using when I'm running the extractor at full speed, and I got like 3 overclockers in the extractor right now making rubber. Yeah, I got that running. Maciators running, furnaces running, so with everything running we're still going down, so we're still going to need more power, and we still have the generators that are keeping us caught, or not generators, the geothermals that are keeping us caught up, so we're good there. And there, of course, and you see everything's completely full and the generators are full. I wish I could figure out an automatic system that would kick to the tanks, but anyway, what I've got for future projects, obviously I'm going to work on the powerhouse / factory. That's over here, and we're going to build it up, put a floor on it, and build some sub-basements and stuff like that. I'm going to try something I've never done before, and that's with the combustion engines. I've never had really good luck with combustion engines. I tend to blow them up because they overheat pretty easy if you don't pay attention to them. I did find this incredible. I'll show it. I'll give you a fly over there. Let you see the lay of the land. Oil plume. I did also find that there's a notoriously lack of volcanoes anywhere close to me. I searched far and wide. It took me a long time, but I finally found some. Got myself a sample of the basalt. That's what that's made out of, is basalt bricks, to make the. There's the site of the original project house that got aborted. Anyway, there's a over this way, if I can find it. Whoa, just had a loading error. Zoom my map. If you hit the semicolon key up and down, it'll zoom your map. Oh, there it is. See this? Isn't this amazing how big this thing is? And it's big. I've gone down in it. I'm not going to do that, but I've gone down in it to see how big it is. Almost drowned trying to get out. But yeah, and I'm told that how far these things shoot up is a good indicator of how big the reservoir is below them. But one of these episodes not too far from now, we'll set up a a pumping system to pump this oil. I'll probably set up a tank system in the basement, in one of those inside basement of the basement of the powerhouse when I get it built, to store the oil. Although I may build a refinery on site to process it into fuel on site and then just teleport the finished fuel. But yeah, and there's also another little one out there. But pumping it out of water has its own logistics. You either have to put a splitter system on the water with water sieves or water. Yeah, I think they're called water sieves. Or you have to completely isolate the oil by building a column around it, which is the way I'll do it. Oh, there's some water in here. You know what? I think I'll worry about this when I get to it. If you just connect a tank with like an extra tank to the system, a couple of tanks with water in it already, like a bucket of water, then it will separate the water and oil. I hope this isn't all touch, but anyway. And then you could actually even run the water through a sieve to destroy it, make some energy with it. And I might demonstrate how to build those eventually. You can see my little lava stations. I've got like 2 lava stations marked, and I actually have a 3rd one running. So I think I've got 3 pumps running, sending me lava right now. If they haven't run out, I'll have to check on it before long, double check. But that's where we're at. I got a Let's Play going also that we filmed 1 episode for, which we'll probably be making some more of those pretty soon. If I can get Tragic to get on and play with me. My friends won't play with me. Nah, I'm just being silly. But anyway, again, the quarry is done. And that's not water I put in there. I talked about putting water in there. The water that's in there now is actually a source that was already in there. And you can see it's actually like, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks long, but a couple, 4 or 5, 3 or 4 lot wide. It looks like, anyway, maybe 4 or 5 or whatever. But I got to figure out how to get rid of that. I'm going to have to either destroy those blocks or pick them up with the bucket, which could do some fancy flying with the jetpack. That'll take us down. Yeah, see, that's all the water is from there. I'm going over here to show you guys. This is one of the pumping out. Oh, hello, Mr. Creeper. Oh, that wasn't supposed to have affected me. I have to double check that. But yeah, whoa, let's not fall in the lava. But yeah, this is where we're pumping from. You can see I've almost emptied the level on it of lava. And I think these are all connected. This one, I think, is connected. Yeah, look, see how it's pulling lava out of this section too? So this is a really big lava pool. I'm not sure how deep it is, but I think where these zombies are standing is like level 11, but I'll double check that in just a minute. Not with the zombies, because I don't want to mess with them right now. Yeah, that's a level 11, so this lava started at level 11, and I've taken out almost a whole level of it, but it's a big reserve, and hopefully keep us in power for a little while. But meanwhile, we need to up our power and change it. But yeah, you can see the bedrock. I built a tunnel around just so I could walk around and look. But yeah, bedrock is down to bedrock. If you guys haven't seen bedrock before, and you see all the obsidian. Those are the pools that all of that turned in. So one there. Not sure how big that is, but it looks pretty deep. Quite a bit over here. I'll probably pump this eventually if I don't end up accidentally mining or quarrying it. This is where the water flowed in over here. I fixed that earlier. This was connected to where I was pumping before and just stopped. I'm not sure why I stopped. I think that was connected to what I'm pumping now. But anyway, that's where we're at. Until next time, y'all keep playing.